How many years have come and gone since that day? How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called. The warrior of light. What sayest thou, Master Matoya? We may accept this fate, or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles. Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia.
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone. If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten.
おはようございます。みんな元気っすね。その元気、ぜひ基調講演終わるまで続けてくださいね。
Keep up that energy until the end of the keynote.
ファイナルファンタジー14ファンフェスティバル2019東京へようこそお越しくださいました。
Yes, welcome to the Final Fantasy Fan Festival 2019
Final
Tokyo.
Fantasy 14プロデューサー兼ディレクターの吉田です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
And you know, producer and director, Naoki Yoshida.
Man needs no introduction.
あまりの人とこの圧力でさすがに緊張しますが、多少噛むと思いますので今日笑って許してください。
So yeah, Yoshi-P is nervous, and he's apologizing ahead of time if he makes any mistakes.
That'll be fine.
Yes.
なんとかついおととい完成した
So yeah, that trailer that we just watched, it was fixed 2 days ago. Finally.
No problem.
We did it.
Just made a hand deliver it briefcase.
新たな冒険の拠点となる都市がトレーラーの中で見えました。
So yeah, they introduced a new city.
何やらクリスタルタワーのようなものもあったように
That's right, we saw something that looked like the Crystal Tower,
Looked very,
possibly.
very similar.
中にはですね、歓声を上げていただきましたが、何やら踊ってたような
We saw something that was kind of dancing, I think.
yes,
It
yeah,
looked like
some
Viera was dancing.
さて、果たして彼女は何者なのでしょう。
Yeah, who is she?
Good question.
この基調講演で 5.0 漆黒のヴィランズの核心に迫っていきたいと思
All
い
right,
ます。
so using this keynote address, address, was it address?
Yeah, Adders is
To
fine.
talk about 5.0 and Shadowbringers and a lot of new information.
さすがにですね、この全方位スクリーンはいいんですけど、僕ね、返しがね、ここしかないんですよ。メガネをかけますね。
So yeah, he can't see his cheat sheet, so he's putting on his glasses.
It's fine, Yoshida.
Everybody thinks we're gonna start off with a new job. No. Start
Oh.
off where? Where are we going?
Where are we going?
さて、プレイヤーの皆さん、世界中でいろんな予想をしてくださっていました。
Players from around the world have been trying to speculate
Yep.
where we're going to be going. Where is 5.0 taking
皆さん
place?
どこへ行くんですかね。
So where do you think we're
Let's
going?
see.
あれ出てこない。
No one's saying. No one's answering.
過去。
Ah, the past.
Oh, the past, huh?
別世界。
Ah, another
FF っぽ
world.
いです
Huh.
ね。こちらどうですか予想。月。
The moon.
月は6.0 だ。
Ah, he said the moon is 7.0.
Oh,
The moon
okay.
is 7.0.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
光の戦士、新たな冒険の舞台はこちらになります。なんだこれ。
What's this? What
なん
could
か
this
ある
be?
なこれ。
Looks familiar.
第一世界に
Oh,
行っていただきます。
here we go. The first big announcement. 5.0. We're going to the first.
So now players finally know.
今皆さんが冒険している世界、現象世界という場所です
So
が、
yeah, we're currently playing in what's called the Source.
Yep, the source.
2000年ほど前、世界は
About
ハイデリンと
12,000 years
ゾディアークという
ago,
存在の
Hydaelyn
戦いによって
had a battle with
14
Zodiark,
分裂して
and
しまい
Hydaelyn
ま
was
した
split
Yep.
into 14
皆さんが
different entities.
今冒険を続けている世界はその
And so where the players play now, that's the original, the Source.
現象世界という名前になってます。皆さんは次元の狭間を越え分裂した世界の一つである第一世界へ赴くこ
But
とにな
in
ります。
Shadowbringers, you will be moving to the first.
The first.
第一世界
Jumping dimensions?
地域の名前
And the name of the area, the region that you'll be visiting. Talked a little bit about in 3.54, talked a little bit about the flood of light
Yeah.
that happened in the first, and how the first is about to be destroyed because of this influx of light. And so in this world, the only place that remains in the entire first is this region called Norvrant.
Norbrand.
皆さんはそのノ ノルグラントという土地へ行っていただきます。じゃあ、なんで俺たち大世界行くの？まだわかんないんだけど。
Why are we going
Yeah.
to the first?
Good
Why do we
question.
need to?
じゃあ、我々帝国
And what about the Garlean Empire?
What's going on with
That's
Garlean
right.
Empire?
There's that, massive battle, Gimlet Dark.
Mm.
皆さんは謎の声の導きによってこの光の反乱
You hear a mysterious voice calling you, and you go to the first to restore that darkness, the darkness of night,
光によって
to that realm of
いる
Norvran.
世界に夜の闇を取り戻す戦いをこれからしていただきます。その序章
And pretty much what's going to be like the prologue,
Yeah.
4.5.0, how and why we are going to the first. That's all going to become clear in, what, 3 days?
Yeah, 3 days.
Next Tuesday, March 26th.
来週火曜ぜひ皆さんのその目でお確かめください。
It's only 3 days. You can wait.
では気になるところ多数あると思うんですが、
Right, so there's probably a lot of other things, a lot of other things that everyone is
第一世界に
but we want to know
行く
why.
のかについては置いておくとして、
We're not going to talk about why we're
世
going
界
to
を
the
ちょっ
first.
と見ていきましょう。
Let's take a look at the first.
Oh. So we'll keep it a secret why.
Yeah.
Well, let's
for
give you
Tuesday.
a
But let's-
glimpse.
A glimpse of what it's going to look like.
Ooh.
これまで触れてこなかった 5.0 シャドーブリンガーズ漆黒のヴィランズで皆さんプレイヤーの拠点になる街を
So we've already talked a little bit about some areas that we'll be visiting to have battles, but we haven't talked about any towns. So we're going to talk about the first town, a hub for the first, the Crystarium.
This is the new player city.
トレーラーにも出てきた
So yeah, we see this is a shot taken from the trailer.
この都市はクリスタルタワーをこう取り囲むように建設された街です。
So this city was built around the Crystal Tower.
Interesting.
まあここまであんまり話してばっかりいてもつまらないと思いますので。
Yeah, rather than talking about it, let's.
3本目なので。
It's our third keynote address, so why not
動画でご用意
check out some in-game footage of the actual area of the Crystarium.
Perfect.
動画でご確認いただこうかなと
All
思
right.
います。それでは
Let's take a look. That music is so good.
さて、ここで一つ
Right?
疑問が残ります。
So
ファイナルファンタジー14の設定とかロア詳しいよっていう方どれくらい
So
いま
he's
す
asking now who knows a lot about the lore of Final Fantasy. No one's raising their hand.
I see Oda in the audience. Where he's raising,
Oda raising his hand? I know about the lore.
あ、手上がってますね。
Okay,
あ、ありがとう
some
ござい
people are
ます
raising hands now.
いらっしゃいますかいらっしゃいますかあ、いらっしゃいますね。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Koji raised his hand too.
世界が14個に分裂したのは、
So
13000年
Hydaelyn split about 10,200, around that, many, many thousands of years ago.
している現実世界にあ
And
る
so the crystal tower in the source, the one that we've already visited,
とある
that was constructed by
Allegans.
That's right.
海外アラブ帝国
the
の
Allegans.
せいなんですけど
So yeah, if you talk about old technology in Final Fantasy XIV, that's pretty much it was created by the Allegans.
Yeah, it's a sure bet.
帝国時代に
So that was created
された
and built during the Allegan Empire, during the rule. So
世界
that's
が14個に分裂した時
Hydaelyn
まだ
split.
クリスタルタワーは存在して
There was no crystal tower when Hydaelyn split.
こ
So
のクリスタルタワーがな
why
ぜ
is there a
第
crystal
一世界
tower
にあるのか
in the first?
というのも
It's a very good question. I'm sure there's 100 lore threads popping up right now.
This is a main point of the new main scenario. So,
その理由は言わないんです
but now that I've built you up, I'm not going to tell you anything about that.
It's just a tease.
そのあたりの歴史
So it's going to be about speculating. You have a lot of time before the release of 5.0 to check out, the background story, some lore book, find out.
楽しめますと思い
Did he say lore book or did you say lore book?
Said the lore. He said she should check background information and lore.
Koji said, buy
The
my
best place to
book.
do that is the lore book.
スクリーンショットを
Sorry.
ちょっと見ていきます
All right, let's take some look at some
All right.
screenshots.
複数のドーム型の建物
You see a lot of domed
今回ちょっ
glass
と
or crystal
建築
dome.
様式いろいろ大
I
世
don't
界
know
が
if they're
変
glass
わ
or
ってま
crystal.
す
Oh, yeah, it's a good question.
少し上から見ていくとこんな感
This
じです
looks like from above.
このクリスタリウムという町先ほどお話ししたそのノルブラント地域
You can see how large it is, too.
まさに今光に押しつぶされようとし
So
て
we
いる
talked
んです
about
が
how Northrant right now is they're fighting against that flood of light.
最後の反応
This is the final bastion of life here. This is where people gather to carry out that fight
Yeah.
against the threat against the first.
なかったような体
So
験
a
を
lot of
私を
different people from a lot of different cultures and races
Oh, kind
have
of
gathered here to,
melting pot there.
で大工房と呼ばれるようなクラフターたちが一気に、詰めていろんな武器防具を作っているような場所と
So yeah, we have a lot
いう
of
の
great
もあります
places.
それから
They
光の
live here.
反乱に
They also
対する
create their
威
own
力
food
を
here.
持
They
った
craft here.
Yeah.
ありますではプレイヤータウン一番大きなプレイヤータウンこのクリスタリウムなん
So
です
this
け
is
ど
the first,
トレーラーに
the biggest town that we'll
Oh,
be
okay.
出てきます
introducing in 5.0. But we showed another town in the trailer, if
Yep.
you recognize.
Yeah, we did.
This one, right?
一瞬リムサかな
You look at it, it's like, what? Does it look like
Little
Limsa?
Limsy.
この町ユールモア
It's not
という
Limsa.
名
This is
前が
called Yulmore.
ついています光の反乱によって滅びを迎えようとしている第一世界ですがもう滅んでしまっても仕方がない
So you have a lot of people in Norvrand who know that the end is coming.
Yeah.
So rather than try to fight against it, they're just like, the end is coming. Let's
party?
Let's party. And so you have a lot of the affluent and the rich have gathered in the city to basically live out
The end
those
of
few
days.
days in affluence.
言いますか
So you have fat cats.
Literal fat cats.
ミコってですね
Yes, these are mikote.
Hey, live it up, man.
Those are some high caloric grapes.
Well, if you eat enough grapes.
登場してまいります
But yes, these guys will appear in the main scenarios.
Oh.
Are they a new race?
まあ、基
No.
本的にはミコってなんですけど、14個のこの共造世界というのは、我々原初世界によく似てはいます。なぜなら大元は一つの世界で、
So you talk about, okay, again, they all began as the same Hydaelyn and split.
Right.
ただし、
But they've evolved in different ways. So it's not a parallel world. They're not
Yeah, it's
exactly
not
the
like
same.
one-to-one.
They started out the same and they grew in a different manner. So there's a lot of places that look the same and feel familiar, but a lot of places that are also different.
置いてください。
Interesting.
ではスクリーンショットで
Let's take a look at some screenshots.
形状はね、リムサっぽいんですが、
Does kind of look like Limsa.
ケバンが派手ですね。
But
like a
there's a
party-
lot
it's like a
more.
party
Yes,
Limsa.
there's a lot of
当然ですが、エーテライト
Very,
シーンの
very
下品です。
affluent.
the roses down there around the. But yes, where there is light, there is darkness, I guess you could say. So there's a lot of people that want to get into the city, but only a few selected are allowed in, and so the rest live down at the bottom.
Interesting.
So actually, we also have some in-game footage of this as well. So
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah, Soken has produced some pretty fun tracks for these. So you remember from the trailer, you see Thancred tugging on the woman he called Minfilia. He was running through actually the lower levels of your
Down in the slum-like area.
So basically, main point of 5.0 is going to be, we've touched upon, okay, Hydaelyn split, there's this big thing, Zodiark that I fought with, and the Ashians. We're finally going to talk about that. That's going to be the main point. All of those questions that have been placed, and we're going to give answers. And people will think, wait, you're going to answer all the questions? What's going to be left? That's how much information we're going to be giving on that. The origins of Hydaelyn, the origins of what happened back then in Zodiark and Ashians.
Wow. I've been waiting many years.
Many years. All right, so we saw a couple of the cities. Let's take a look at some of the areas.
Oh, okay.
So we'll start with the area adjacent to the Crystarium, and that's called Lakeland.
Okay.
And this is almost done in the development phase, so we can actually have some in-game footage of this as well.
Oh, nice.
Do a walkthrough of this area.
Thank you, Dev Team. All right, let's take a look.
So the people in this area, there's actually a group of people that believe in what's known as the legend of the Warrior of Darkness, the Legend of Darkness. And so they believe that someone is going to come and save them from the light. And so this is actually the area where players will begin their adventures in the first area that you arrive in.
Nice. Very fitting.
3 months. 3 months. I wonder if the dev team can get everything done. All right, let's take a look at some screenshots from the area. So, I mean, it's lakeland, so you'd expect a lake in there you could see. And off to the right.
Very fitting name.
Yes. A lake. So if you look at it closely, it kind of looks similar to a certain other area in the source that had a lake. You remember?
Maybe more Dona?
But of course, if you look in the lake, there's no guardian. Like there's no gigantic
ship corpse. Can ships have corpses?
And that, means, of course, that on this world there was no Battle of Silver Tier Skies. So, if you look at the screenshots and the videos that we've shown, as well as the trailer so far, you notice that they're all day shots. There are no night shots. It's because this is a land of pretty much eternal day. And so, again, we talk about restoring the night and the darkness of the night to this world is going to be your quest as the Warrior of Darkness. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of a break from new stuff, and we're going to just go back.
Just a really quick
digestive stuff that we've gone over before, so you probably all know this.
In case you've not seen our past few festivals.
Hey, we may have some new people coming in, so.
Yeah.
All right. So we know, first off, level cap going from 70 to 80. Some battle system maintenance. In mid-May, we're going to have a very long letter from the producer live to go over all of these battle system changes. And there's a lot of them. I know, I've been retranslating a lot of stuff.
A very long live letter. I think the one we had for Stormblood was like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah, we're going to get another one of those in mid-May. Oh, we skipped over something important. Oh no. That's right, the Gunbreaker. I can't forget that. Our new tank. Right. And also, we talked about a lot of new dungeons that we've added. I think we mentioned 9 before.
For the
European context. So we're going to show. We're doing balance testing of all the dungeons right now. So we don't have any in-game footage, but we do have some screenshots of some new areas like this. Is this a dungeon? Like, that's outside. It's like, it's a village on fire. But this is one of our new instance dungeons.
Ooh.
Nice.
The audience also enjoyed that.
What's that little thing in the middle? That's
Spoilers.
This is also a new instant dungeons. Something very different than this.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have these as well. This is a dungeon.
This
kind of like Karn. I'm gonna some bees with the final spear kill you all.
So many final sting deaths.
Yeah, so what kind of traps await? That place looks like it has a lot of traps.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so the new NBC Assist System, Trust.
Yep.
So we showed just 3 dungeons before. All of those main scenario dungeons. All of them can be visited using these NPCs. So you could have an NPC join you and tackle these main scenario dungeons. This new system. We're currently creating this. And the AI is pretty good.
Nice.
Is what. So we have Thancred,
Gunbreaker.
Nestor, Black Mage, We saw that in the...
Yep.
She was called Matoya in the trailer, but yeah. We have Urianger. He's our astrologer. And we got Minfilia, or the woman who is known as Minfilia. She also will be joining the trust system, so she will join you. I wonder what her job's
I
going to
wonder
be.
what it's going to be.
So, but we also have been watching other Scion members, you know, go down over the past few patches.
That's
So
true.
maybe there will be even more than those 4 that we saw. More Scions joining you. So there are many more, in addition to the 4 that are shown here.
Nice.
So who will they be? We will know in 5.0.
And what will their jobs be? Yeah, that's a
Right.
good question.
And of course, these 2 new systems, the New Game Plus, and also the World Visit system. The World Visit system, tomorrow, we're not releasing it tomorrow. We are going to talk about it tomorrow at the Letter from the Producer Live.
Not releasing tomorrow.
The 50th Letter from the Producer Live. 50. How many people here have been watching the Letters from the Producer Live from the first one?
Raise his hand.
Wow, there are actually a lot of people raising their hands. That's
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
You can just forget about it. It's okay. You can forget about that. I was way too nervous. So yeah, we're going to be talking about the World Teleport System. We're actually going to talk about when it's going to be released.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Cool.
Yes. That endgame content for the Disciples of the Land in the Hand, the restoration of the Holy See of Ishgard. And I mentioned this before, but this is not just content for 5.0.
Right.
This is going to be updated. We're going to keep adding new content over the 5.x series.
Yeah. It's not like you instantly get 5.0 and then
Right.
you're
And
done.
there's actually a storyline that goes along with this. So it's not just going to be, you know, going in, trading in stuff,
Yeah.
gathering things, crafting things, but there's going to be a story to go along with it as well. And so it talks about the restoration of Ishgard. I've actually seen as it's restored. I finally got to check it. It's, yeah, it should be some good long-term content to enjoy. Of course, in Paris, this announcement. Our newest Alliance Raid series.
Yep.
Your Hall. Dark Apocalypse. So yeah, this is one of his good friends,
Yep.
Yosuke Saito, as well as
The man, the myth,
the
the
man,
legend,
the myth. Yes,
Yoko Taro.
All right.
This should be.
I just, you know, went over.
It's a quick digest.
Everyone's just like, okay, I already know that. What are we going to talk about next? You're forgetting something. Yes. Sorry for dragging this out, but that's my job, is dragging it out. Let's, rather than talking about it, let's start right with
The video.
the video. So let's check out the video. Our newest job.
一部ネットでは吉田がサベネアンを着て出てくるんじゃないかと、妙な期待をされていたようですが、
a lot of people on the internet were speculating about what he was going to be wearing to today's. He's 46, so he's not going to be wearing something like that. He's not going to dance.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
新国のヴィランズ新ジョブ第2弾は
Our
Our
players
second
would be
job.
happy.
踊り子でございます。
Dancer.
There it is.
Confirmed.
まあ僕ちょっとインタビューでですね、近接 DPS をこれ以上足すと混乱するって言ったんですけど、一部DPS と書かれていたようで、
So basically, in interviews in the past, he said supposedly like it's going to be difficult to add more melee DPSs, but somebody misreported that as we're going to add more DPSs, and so we're not going to add more melee DPSs. We're going to add.
ジョブ専用装備になっております。
Okay, so this is the AF.
Oh,
you see in the
nice.
art. But let's find out, what is the role?
What?
Let's
Let's
go
learn
into the
about
job characteristics.
Dancer.
さて、ロールは
And there you go. Here's your role.
おそらく予想外。
Range DPS, not melee
原始
DPS.
人飛行士に
Not
続
either.
く第3の
Range
遠
DPS.
隔物理
It's our new bard.
DPS が踊り子です。
Oh, main
Here's
weapon.
our main
Main
weapon.
arm.
メイン武器、主武器は、投擲武器
A throwing
になります。
weapon.
Hmm.
Very
下は
different. Yes.
円月輪、チャクラ
We saw the chakrams, I think, in the video.
Yeah,
ここはですね
in the
世界
artwork
戦
too.
隊チームが優しくてですね、円月輪にしてしまうと常に丸い輪っかを投げなきゃいけなくなるので、
so
かわいそうだと。
Yeah.
いうことで、
When we were creating
手裏
this,
剣も投げた
I
り
kind of wanted to make it like the main weapon was going to be like chakram. But then it's like if you make it chakram, then it's going to have to always be a circle. And so we wanted to give more freedom. And so
Instead
the
of
lore
saying-
team was like, hey, just call it throwing weapon, then we can make like shurikens and we can
tons of
have
stuff.
lots of different things.
Oh, that's really cool.
しません。いきなりジョブの状態からプレイをしていただくことが
All right.
可能です。
And as with Gunbreaker, there's no associated
漆
class.
黒のヴィランズの権利をお持ちの方であれば、すぐに使用可能です。
And as with Gunbreaker, as long as you have Shadowbringers, you can become
Dancer.
a dancer
Yeah.
immediately.
なっていますので、
Nice.
ご注意ください。初期レベルはレベル60から
And here we have
スタート
the
の
starting
予定
level
とな
is
って
60, just like
おります
the
Gunbreaker.
Gunbreaker. Again, it's
では
tentative.
バトルの
Probably.
イメージを
Yeah. We have to decide in 3 months.
We got 3 months to decide, but yeah.
あ、ちなみに男性だと。
All right, so we have a battle. Oh, and so we showed
Nice.
what the female character looks like. This is a male aura. That looks pretty cool.
That's a cool
まあ、こ
pose.
の格好で吉田が出てきたら、
So yeah, maybe Yoshida could have worn this
A little bit better
outfit. Would have been awesome.
Compared to
大
the
じゃ
AF.
ないよ。ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと待ってください。なんだと思ってるんですか。
Who do you think I am? Yoshida.
ごめんなさい。拍手が出る意味がよくわかりません。
Doesn't understand why everyone's applauding.
Everyone's so happy.
That's what happens. All right, so let's learn about the
当
battle
然です
design.
が、先ほど世界戦隊チームの優しさで投擲武器という種
Yes,
類になっています
throwing
が
weapons.
投
You
擲
don't say
武器による
chakrams, it's
遠
weapons.
隔不遂攻
Gives us a
撃が
broad
メインの攻撃
Handful of
方
sand.
法になっております
Anything.
You're dealing damage from
当然です
afar.
が、踊り子
Of
である
course, because it's a dancer,
踊り
we're going to have
アビリティとして
special
多数の
dances,
踊り
many
を
abilities,
持っております
dancing abilities that you execute.
Through
And
dance.
what do these
先
do?
ほど
What do these
Finally.
abilities
システムの
do?
メンテナンスでちょっとだけ触れましたが、この踊り子踊りによる自己強化や、パーティーへの
So yeah,
支援
these
を
dances
得意と
will not
して
only
いま
attack,
す
but some of them are for enhancing not only yourself, but party members.
みたいな
So thinking about synergy, aren't we?
ため息が出るかもしれませんが
Already people are like, how does it work in PvP?
ジョブクエスト気になるジョブクエスト
And so the job quest, where's it going to start? Where does everybody have to log out the day before early access? Limsa Laminsa.
ですので、
Confirmed.
いち早く踊り子
So
と
if
して
you want to start off
飛び込みたい方はですね
your 5.0 adventure as a dancer, log out
Limsa.
Limsa Laminsa.
よろしいんじゃないかなと
Yes,
思います。
The best grand company.
では
the best grand
He
crown.
said that, by the way.
今
I said that.
ご説明した
All right, so now we have all this information. Let's take one more look at the reveal video.
All right.
All right, so please look forward to our 2 new jobs, Gunbreaker and Dancer.
さあ、ここから再びですね、皆さんと一緒に第一世界というものを
All right, so let's talk now a little bit more about the first and some of the things that we're going to find in the first.
東京公演、基調公演3回目なんですが、新たな蛮族をご紹
So
介したいと
first off, let's talk about a new beast tribe.
Ooh.
ドワーフ。
The dwarves.
Dwarves.
まあ、ドワーフの特徴をちょっとご紹介
So
し
let's
て、
talk a little about their characteristics.
常にヘルメットをかぶっております。
Never without those helmets.
そして
And
常に
never
ひげをつけております。
without those beards.
そして鉱石を掘り、さまざまなものを作ります。
Experts in mining, crafting those metal
Yeah.
weapons and tools.
Makes sense.
So yeah, this is what a
そうい
dwarf
ったよ
is.
うな非常にわかりやすい
It's very
特徴
easy
がある
to understand. I mean, this is like, you look at this, that's a dwarf.
Straightforward.
Straightforward.
Easy.
Very straightforward. But what kind of model are they using there? It's like, I've seen that model before. Is that like a...
ちょっとですね、せっかくの基調講演ですの
Oh,
で、
this is the
その常につけているはずの
keynote. So it says we never without their helmets and beards. So let's just take off to see what's underneath. Okay. Okay.
こちらなんでしょうね。そうですね、これ
Half the room got it right.
僕
It's
ら
all
がよく知
fell.
っているララフェルですね。
Yes, this is it's using
こ
the
ちら
Lalafell model.
第一世界ではララフ
In
ェ
the
ルは
first, Lalafells are not Lalafells.
Right.
ドワーフと呼ば
They
れ
are dwarves.
Right. Exactly.
蛮族としてひっそり
And they're a
暮らしており
beast
ま
tribe.
す
So yeah, they just live off in their little mountains
Yeah.
by
The
themselves.
first is not the source.
The
right?
first is not the source, and this is what happens when Hydeland splits.
他の種族
This is what
気になりますね
So now you think, okay, if the Lalafell are called the dwarves in the first,
ララフェルって呼ばれてるんですよ。
what are
The
all
other
of the
ones,
other
other races.
第
races?
一世界では何と呼ばれているのか
Let's find out.
紹介したいと思います。こちらです。
All right, so here's a nice list.
Mm.
ヒューランはヒューム。
So here are the
では
Humes.
ミステル。
Mikote
冷
Mistel.
戦は分かりやすいですね。
That wasn't the elves. That's
Right,
pretty
well,
easy,
見たか
right?
ったんだ
Sure.
よな。
Elves.
エルフ。そしてルガディンは
They're good
ガルジェ
in
ン
the
ト
Galgent.
アウラは
Or the Dran.
そしてララフェルは
Are the dwarves.
呼ばれております。
Mistel, huh? For Mikote?
この
Hey.
まあ今今日ご紹介した
I was just following what they had in the
Mistel.
Japanese.
ですが自分たちの村を持っているような
So another special thing about these dwarves is that they have their own little villages. And I mean little villages.
Literally.
Here's some screenshots of their villages. Look at that.
こんな
That's
とこ
nice.
これはドワーフの蛮族クエスト来るのかな
So during those beast tribe quests for the dwarves, this is where you can be visiting? Maybe?
まあ自分たちのね鉱山
Okay, like in the mines here, they have these
Little
tools
camps.
and the little camps.
訪れるのもですね当然です
But
が
of course, players will also be visiting the towns. And because only dwarves live in these towns, the houses are
当然全
Dwarf size.
Yeah, they're made for the dwarves.
Yeah, they're not going to make a big house for large people if, only small people are going to be in them. So here, this is what it looks like on the inside. So they look, they look fine because everything's their size. Everything is Lalafell. Everything is dwarf size. So because this is dwarf size, only dwarves and Lalafells can get inside these buildings.
Can enter the buildings. Interesting.
If you want to see, if you're a large character and want to see what's inside, you got to look from the windows, outside the windows.
Peep on them.
Those windows. And also, there's also this thing that we have, this strange medicine that we call Fantasia. If you really, really want to see inside and looking through the windows not enough, then become a dwarf.
If just peeping isn't enough, then you got to get in there.
So yes, this is it's especially handcrafted cities, all the size of the dwarves, the La La Land, as I think the term he just used.
So we have Lakeland and then we have
La La Land.
La La Land.
The dwarves, not
Right, Dwarfland.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into creating these tiny towns. And so over and over, they kept asking, it's like, is it really, really okay to make things this small? He's like, it's okay. It's okay. Are you sure? What if Rogadin's going to try to get there? If a Rogadin's going to come in, we have to make a really high ceiling. But then, how's a dwarf supposed to live in a place with a ceiling so high?
It's like up to his neck for the...
It's a dwarf village. It's for dwarves only. It's small. Sure, the players will understand.
Hey, it's their home, we're just visiting.
Right, we're just visiting. You can look in the windows. They don't have curtains.
Oh, God. What happens in this town?
So, but then of course, they're going to be like, oh, we want to see what, these cities for other races as well. Have like a
Rogadin's only.
A Rogadin only city. Nah.
The Galgent only.
All right, so next we're going to talk about some enemies now. Who are you going to be fighting in the first? These are pretty ugly, gruesome characters. And we saw these in the trailer, that opening trailer. So that everything, the elements, their weight shifted to the light. And so when you get too much of that light, tilted too much to the light, become these sin eaters. So we've talked about the void in the past, and they come through the void gate. They're coming from the 13th, which is one of the splits of Highland that lost all of its light, and so they're darkness. This is the opposite of that. So in this world of everlasting light, where the tilt is too far to light, sin eaters, these type of creatures come out. And so these are the type of enemies that warriors of light will be, or the warriors of darkness will be fighting in the first. So let's take a look at one more, one of the powerful sin eaters.
That hair is powerful.
Hair is flowing, those locks.
Luscious.
And the name, Innocence. This enemy, this character plays a large role in 5.0. So you will be meeting Innocence at some time during the story.
Interesting.
But I'm not going to talk about what kind of battle or situation it's going to be. That's for you to look forward to. Right, so that's all of the information we've given about the first world. You've got a good idea of what is going to be going on in the first world. So we saw a little bit before about the weather and the light. So there are time exists in the first, but there is no night. There's only light. So whether it's night or day,
Right.
it's going to be light
Based on the
whole
time.
So yeah, crafters, gatherers, you know, there's still time. So
Don't worry.
not gonna be endless node. So yeah, there's lots of new type of special weather in the first. Weather that you have not seen. This all light.
Interesting.
So it's about restoring not only the darkness to the first, but restoring weather to the first. So we talked about the Alliance raid already, Yorha.
Yeah.
But we haven't talked about the high-end raid.
New
The
eight-layer.
new Bahamut, the new
Alexander.
Alexander. So what is this going to be? What do we have in
これ
store?
までファイナルファンタジー14、3つの大きな高難易度レイドを、制作してきました。大迷宮、バハムート、飛行場、
Yeah,
アレ
you
キ
see
サン
here,
ダー、
Bahamut, Alexander,
そして
and then Omega.
先日完結した次元の狭間オメガ。それら高難易度レイドに続く第4の高難易度
Our
レイド。
fourth
まずは
newest
そのイ
and
メージ
newest
アート。
raid. We're going to start off showing you our image art.
今スクリーンにはあれですね、過去の
We have the ones in the
高
past.
難易度レイドを
Boom,
発表した時の
boom,
アートが
boom.
あ
That
ります
art
ね。
from the past.
それ
Let's
と
check out
ぜひ
the
比較して
newest
ください。
artwork.
こちらです。草かよ、ボス。
It looks like some grass and a little sapling.
Yeah.
Yes, the boss.
the final ultimate boss. Watering this
そうか
plant.
最後の4層草か。
That's right. This is what you fight in that the fourth and final turn of the third leg, 12th
I
turn.
can't believe we're showing this
後半
much.
になったらすごいの出てくるんだよね。
So maybe, yeah, if you pull back, you'll see something that's connected to something.
この 5.X シリーズ5.0から始ま
So
る新しい
this
レイドの
new
名前を
series, the name,
希望の園
That's what
エデ
they're
ンと
called.
呼んでいます。
Eden. Interesting.
光の反乱により光以外の全ての属性が失われた第一世界に
so in the first, all of the other elements are gone. It's only you have that essence of light there. And
この
so
新たなレイドのコンセプトになって
the
いま
Warrior of
す。
Darkness has to restore the other elements
そして
to
で
the
す
world.
ね、
And so how are they going to restore those elements? It's through, that story is going to be told through this
This new
high-end
raid
raid.
series?
How you're going to restore the elements to the first.
キャ
We
ラ
have
ク
a
ターデザイナー
special
モンスターデザイナ
character
ーを
and monster designer,
お招きして
guest
います
Guest creator.
guest creator for the
ファイ
Eden
ナルファンタジー
series.
シリーズ、そして
You know him from the Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts
Oh.
series.
皆さんに、デザインを
Tetsuya Nomura.
That's awesome.
FF といえばね、出てたんですけどね。
You know,
そして
talk Final Fantasy, you can't talk
Can't,
Final
夏
Fantasy
に
without
先上
the
げていた
mention.
だきました今日
野村さん。
このキャラクターを
So
ほんの
he's
ちょっと
really
だけ
busy,
ご紹介して
but
ます
we do have some art.
Ooh.
Go.
ガイア
ガイア
という女性キャラクターですね。
Male
何やら
character. I wonder
ファイ
what
ナル
her
ファンタ
role
ジ
is going
ー
to be.
Yeah.
のジョブには
But you look at that
見慣れない
weapon, you think 14, you think, you don't think
いる女性です。
hammer.
さて、どのように登場するのでしょ
So
う
what is her role in this story? What role is she going to play?
作画をいただきました、野村哲也さん、哲さんから、皆さんに
We actually
コメン
have
トが
a special message from Nomura-san. Oh, wow.
All right,
That's,
we'll just let you guys read that.
yeah.
僭越ながら読ませていただきます。
Oh, Yoshipi is going to read it
依頼
out.
は去年の
So basically,
中頃で
he was asked
さすがにその
last
頃には
year,
落ち着いているだろう
around the mid
と
last year,
受けましたが
and he thought that he would be free.
落ち着かないまま
around this
今日を
time.
迎えてしまいま
But
した。
yeah, you know, he's still kind of busy.
キャラを書き上げた勢いでハンマーを
So
持た
when
せて
he
しまい
drew
ま
this,
し
he
た
was
が
just like, oh, okay. And he added a
ハンマ
hammer.
ーは使用上難しいということで
But then he
あくまで
realized,
イメー
oh,
ジと
that's
して
right.
今回
14, you don't have hammers. So he's like, you don't have to use a hammer if you don't want to.
彼女がゲーム中
So,
どのように
what
暴れ
kind
て
of,
くれるのか皆さんと同
you know,
じ
what
く
role will she have?
楽しみに
What role will she
して
play?
います。
Will she be wielding that hammer? What's she going to be doing?
頑張りますと
But also, this is one. I have to draw another. That's the character. I have to draw a boss. So
Right.
I'll do my best on that boss as well.
哲さんにはですね
Plenty of time.
引き続き
I'm sure he can sleep some other time.
That's right. Beyond this character, Gaia, he's also going to be creating a boss. And so this hammer, talking about this hammer, what should we do with this hammer? I mean, we don't have hammers in Final Fantasy XIV. So I talked to the battle content designer, Nakagawa-san, and he's just like, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it. Sure.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Sure. Hammers, no problem. So that's right. When the new raid is released, we're going to be seeing some hammer action.
Hammer action. Hammer action maneuver.
Hammer action maneuver. But yeah, thank you very much, Tetsuya Nomura, for the wonderful art and the work that you're going to be doing.
というわけでですね、野村哲也さんを、加えてさらにパワーアップしていく高難度レイド、希望の園エデンにぜひご期待ください。こちら 5.0 からスタートとなります。
Please look forward to it. The Eden high-end raids will be ready for 5.0.
And we have that huge spoiler image art, so I mean...
That's sapling. So that's pretty much everything,
I think we
isn't it?
covered it all.
I don't think there's anything. Learn more about New Game Plus?
Yeah, let's go back.
No.
なんで皆さん手を振ってるんだろう。
People are waving their hands.
確かにこれまで不自然なほど
That's right. There is one more thing. One thing that we have been avoiding. It kind of seems like avoiding on purpose. One thing that we haven't talked about. So, before we talked about adding a new playable race and saying that probably at 5.0 would be the last time we ever added a new race. But then we showed that video in Europe, and we showed a new playable race, but there were only female characters. And we talk about the Viera. Why were there no male Viera? And it's because, again, story-wise, lore-wise, the male Viera, they don't appear. They stay hidden. So, today, we're going to be announcing a new second playable race.
Ooh.
So, the Viera will be female-only playable race, and this, the Hrothgar, will be a male-only playable race. So we had a lot of discussion about this internally. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We wanted to add more different types of beast types of playable characters. And to be able to add two different kinds, we had to make this choice for one gender apiece. And with exactly like the Viera, we have a lot of special customization for these. And so we have an in-game footage of some actual Hrothgar.
All right.
Take a look at it.
ありがとうございます。ではですね、これで新種族にまつわるすべての発表しましたので、情報をまとめて。
All right, so now that we announced both the Vira and the Hrothgar, let's take a look at what we know about both races. So, like we mentioned before, there are two new playable races, although one is male only and one is female only. So Hrothgar are male only, and then Vira are female only.
そしてですね、いずれの種族も頭部、
And so both have very unique heads, as you can see.
持っています。これによってですね、キャラメイク
And so because of this,
パーツが
both have very unique customizable features, things that you won't see in any other races.
そして他の種族と
And like all of the other races, both have two clans, so you have two types.
かなり特徴的なキャラメイクできるように
And so, like I mentioned, with the character creation will be, very detailed. You can, the people checking on this character creation right now, there's so many different options that the guy checking that right now is basically has not come out of his booth. We mentioned before that the races have different names from the source and the first, so we know that the Vira and the Hrothgar, these are both source names.
Source names, okay.
So in the first, they have different names. So, in the first, oh, that looks familiar. Hrothgar? I've seen that.
Ronzo.
Does this mean Blitzball is confirmed? All right. That's right. This is probably going to be one thing that's going to confuse a lot of players. When you go to the first, things that look the same will have different names. So hopefully not too many people will get confused. Yes.
The first is different from the source.
That's right. So we talked about the customization, how deep it is.
Yeah.
We actually created two characters here with that customization. And these are some of the things you can make if you try on that. Actually, you can create both. It looks like we got Fran, left there, that kind of looks like Kimari. Kimari. Again, we talked about how face patterns and designs. There are a lot of very unique options for players to choose from.
Yeah.
さらなるロールプレイに励んでいただけると嬉しいです。でもこの顔を見ても通してあげてほしい。
It opens up a lot of doors for role-playing
in
the future. A lot of new types of characters, new races to learn about and have fun with.
まだファンフェス始まったばかりで僕はもうどっと疲れてしまいました。
So it's been a long keynote, and I'm getting pretty tired. I still have 2 more days to go. This is the first.
Yeah, this is like the first hour of the show.
There's still a lot of information left, but we have 3 months left before the release. So we want to be releasing a lot of new information over the next 3 months. So think of them as like patches. Over the next 3 months, we're going to have patches where we release new information to you, the user, not patches in game. Make that clear. So yeah, 3 months. Oh, there's one more thing that I forgot. That's right. Early access.
Yeah, you can't forget.
That's right. June 28th.
Tentative.
It's really small, though.
So I get out of jail free card
If like, yeah, the
anything
servers
happens.
explode. But you know, early access begins here. You need to pre-order. I mean, I'm pretty sure that everyone here, it's like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, everyone has raised their
Everyone's
hand
raising their
now
hands.
that asked how many people have pre-ordered.
I raised my hand
Wait,
too.
there are some people who haven't raised their hand yet? You're coming to FanFest and you still haven't pre-ordered yet? Oh, doesn't have any money?
Yoshida's gonna give him.
Yeah, life is tough sometimes. That's right. The worst thing to happen is like June 28th, everyone is like, yeah, early access is awesome, the game is awesome, and you're like, I don't have early access. Yeah, the dev team is working overtime right now to finish everything up. Tuesday. Oh, that's right. It's the next month and a half. He's going to be doing all of his producer-director checks.
Yeah. Busy time.
A month and a half. It's a lot of things to check. A lot of things to check. But it's going to work hard. The team is working hard to bring you the best adventure, the best new adventure that we can. So please look forward to it. So yeah, it's been 9 years since I took the reins of Final Fantasy XIV, and now I see 360 degrees, just people, people, people. And you know, thinking back then, I didn't didn't believe that I would be here, surrounded by 15,000 fans, announcing the third of our expansions.
Yeah.
It's an honor. Right, so it's like I'm wrapping things up, but this is actually the opening now. So we're going to move on to the opening. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to call out two very important guests. The president and CEO of Square Enix, Yosuke Matsuda, and our Final Fantasy brand manager, Shinji Hashimoto.
No pressure, Yoshida.
That's the three most important people at Square Enix on stage right now. That is our last boss.
皆さんこんにちは。スクエア・エニックスの松田です。本日はファイナルファンタジー14ファンフェスティバル2019 in 東京にお越しいただきありがとうございます。また視聴されている皆様よろしくお願いいたします。ファンフェスティバルもですね、数えることを東京でやるのはもう3回目ですよね。そうです。3回目ですね。
So yes, our president is very happy to be here. He's glad that everyone was able to come here today to see us. This is our third fan festival in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Matt knows.
Right, I know.
締めということで、次の学習パックに向けての盛大なフェスティバルにしたいというふうに考えております。ぜひ今日は2日間ですが、思う存分楽しんでいただければと思います。
Yeah, just wishing everybody a great 2 days here at the fan festival. Yeah.
それでは橋本さんお願いします。
はい、皆さんおはようございます。
He has so much more energy than we do.
人生初ランウェイを歩きまして、緊張してますが、
That was the first time he's ever walked on a runway. It's amazing. But now he's afraid of people looking at his butt from behind him. Oh, wow. He's talking about Play Online. In 2000, the new millennium, we announced Play Online.
Yep.
19 years.
Come a long way.
Come a long way. I couldn't have made it this far without the fans, the support of our fans. Yeah. Square Enix had some tough times, and everyone has supported us through those the good times and the bad times. And so, thanking everyone for their support and their continued support.
Have a great 2 days.
Right, 2 days. You don't have to adjust the volume. He really is talking that loud. He's got a lot of energy.
We're all awake.
It's a great comment.
それではですね、今日ファンフェス Day1 一緒に盛り上げてくれる開発チームとそれから公式コンパニオンの皆さんにも登場して
All right, yeah. Let's. We also have a lot of the dev team is going to be here for these 2 days, so it's going to bring out some actual dev team members that are here in Tokyo, as well as some of the companions.
Yeah, some of our cosplayers.
Our
cosplayer, official cosplayers.
Official, wearing.
I'm going to try really hard to get a photo with the cosplayers.
I haven't seen them yet. They were here yesterday, but they weren't in costume.
We're about to see them.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. If anything happens to that stage, we're in trouble.
That's
like
pretty much
all of our
every
eggs in
core
one
member.
basket. Oh, there's Soken.
Shouldn't they be back working? Like you just mentioned, we only have 3 months to
we
go.
have 2 whole days. They can.
Yes.
It's the weekend,
It's
right?
the weekend.
It's fine. They can work the weekend. Oh, and there's the cosplayers. Oh, gonna start off with Foxconn. It's also very energetic.
Yeah, I don't know if he had to stay up until 2:30 last night. He got some sleep.
Yeah, probably. He'll be emceeing a lot of the show, as usual.
As usual.
Whenever you see Yoshida, you know that Foxconn is right there.
Oh. Here we go. We have Maihiro-san.
Kazutoya, my hero.
Yes. Development supervisor.
Yep.
今そっちの方で体こんなして方いましたけど大丈夫です。ここオメガじゃなくて吉田しかいないんで大丈夫ですよ。はい。非課線がこの一路にこんなに一路に返すのもこのファンフェスかグレイのコンサートぐらいなんで。
So the last time you saw this many people was at a rock concert for Glay. So
nice. Yeah, it's really insane in here. You guys have seen some of the crowd shots. I don't know if that does it justice.
Can we get like this camera and flip it around after?
Yeah, I'm sure the stream people would love if we just pick up the camera,
just like spin it around. It's amazing. Oh, and here
up
we
next.
have Hiroshi Takai,
yep.
our development supervisor.
Everyone is very familiar with Takai and his antics.
He's pretty happy as well.
He looks very awake.
I think let's just everybody have fun. He's actually going to be on a stream later today for like 7 hours straight. We thought we had a tough time.
Oh.
There you go. Again. Our sound director and composer, Masayoshi Soken. Did you guys enjoy the opening trailer?
I'm sure people are already listening to that music over and over again.
Dude, that song.
購入できるパンフレットの方にですね、漆黒のヴィランズのトレーラーができるまでと書いてありますけども、僕らその、本を
Why is Ishikawa hiding?
トレーラーができるまでって書いてあったんですけども、その時はまだできてませんでした。
So, the book that everybody gets, there's a pamphlet that it talks about how the trailer was made from beginning to end. But when that was printed, we still hadn't finished the trailer.
The end is a fanciful version of the end.
まだまだブラッシュアップ前の音源になってますんで、あれで終わりじゃないんで、発売される漆黒のヴィランズの方の
You heard a lot of music in those videos today. That is all stuff that hasn't been brushed up yet. So it's still going to be tweaked and made even better. So today there's also a piano concert
for all the attendees.
For the attendees.
ぜひ皆様を眠りに誘いたいと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
I wonder what kind of fun antics will happen at the concert as usual.
No, he just said he was going to try to put everybody to sleep. So.
Okay.
Oh, and here we have our art director, Hiroshi Minagawa.
最近だと結構冷え込んだと思うんですけれども、これから2日間皆さん体調など崩さないように暖かくして、
So basically, it's pretty cold outside, so we have to stay warm in here with our passion and not catch a cold.
I think it's going to be really warm in this room.
It's going to be really
If
warm.
I'm honest.
I mean, 15,000 plus the hundreds of staff members.
Gigantic screens.
So he, you know, being art director and being in charge of, you know, working on a lot of the things that were in that trailer.
Yeah.
It was the first time he got to see it on a giant
final,
screen,
yeah.
and so he was as excited as everybody else here. I mean, as we were. Oh, and we have Nobuaki Komoto. It's gonna get hot in here. We know that Komoto-san is.
Komoto-san and I are kindred spirits. Never, see, we're like the dwarves, never without our shorts. They said, oh, you have to wear pants, and I was like,
No. And neither is Komoto-san. He's in his shirts. Oh. Here we have Masaki Nakaga, or Yokozawa-san. Yes, Tsuyoshi
Yokozawa, you may remember him from the
lead battle systems.
Fan Festival
That's
in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas, he
He's
was
our
there
guest.
to talk about how he destroyed all of us.
What do we call Mr. Atma?
Mr. Atma.
We weren't supposed to call him Mr. Atma. That was.
But we ended up calling him Mr. Atma. He is responsible for Atma. We will never forget.
He's a pro now. See, he did one show, and now he's like up there leading the charge.
Like, you know, he owns the stage.
Yeah. Oh, another.
Yes, and here we have
Another.
Nakazawa-san.
Yep, another legend
Mr.
from
Ozma.
Vegas.
先ほど横澤からあったようにバトルコンテンツの方も今絶賛実装中でございまして
Yeah, they're currently creating a lot of battle content for 5.0.
I'm sure they're very busy.
A lot of the stuff that you saw in those videos and the trailer, like that's what we're working on and tweaking that.
The little plant.
But I'm here to have fun today, and then I'm going to go back to work tomorrow on Sunday to get back to those battle.
That sounds like sounds about right.
Yeah.
皆さんおはようございます。コンセプトアーティストをやっております茂木祐介です。
So we have Yusuke Mogi.
2017年のドイツファンフェス以外2回目になるんですけれども。
This is his second time to be at a fan fest.
Yeah.
He was in Germany
Yeah, Germany.
2 years ago, right?
Yep, right,
Yeah.
right. I keep getting all the fan festivals
All of
mixed
that
up.
art that you see behind him, that's all
Yeah,
his art.
all the players.
And then he just watches. He didn't know that Nomura-san was participating in 5.0, and now he's feeling a lot of pressure.
That'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
But yeah,
そんな感じなんですけども、見かけたらよろしくお願いします。
Yeah, all of our players really love that the job artwork.
yeah, that's all him.
yeah.
おはようございます。
Oh, here we have
リードアーティストの鈴木
Takeo
武雄です。
Suzuki,
Yo Suzuki.
our art team lead.
そう
He's
なんかみんなね、
everyone else had so much energy. He's just like, hey guys.
すごいハート強いなと思って、もう今まで見たことないぐらいの人たちに囲まれて、
He's never seen
Yeah,
this
see
many
the
people before.
shot.
Now you can see the shot. That's how many people are here. And now he's remembering, oh, I have 3 more months to finish my work for all of these
All
people.
these people
今日
waiting.
明日は
Very, very nervous.
楽し
So
みたい
yes,
な
he's
と
going
思
to
い
try to
ます
forget about
ので
work for today and
皆さんよろ
tomorrow
しくお願いし
and
ま
have
す
fun.
Yeah, we always talk about this is a huge change to the dev team to really recharge, you know.
Really not work.
Yeah. That too. This is
Okay, so-
Shinya Ichida.
Yes, our team lead.
竹雄さんと一緒にプロをさせていただく予定となっているんですけども、いかにも2人ともちょっと知名度が若干この前の方々に比べると低いので、
So he's just worried that because he hasn't been on stage a lot in the past, that people will recognize him.
思ったらもう声かけてもらっていいです
So
ので、
if you see me
一緒に
and you recognize me, then please feel free to
Come up and say
come
hi.
and say hi.
Gosh, we're already seeing cosplayers come out.
まあ見かけたら文句を言ってあげてください。いろいろ。
はい、じゃあおはようございます。
Oh, and here we have
メインシナリオライターの石川
main
です。
scenario writer Natsuko
Natsuko
Ishikawa. She got a new haircut.
手短に私
She didn't have this haircut yesterday when I saw her in the office.
リターンクエストをやっておいてください。遅刻までに。やっててもやってなくてももちろん楽しめる話にもなっているんですけれども、やっていただくとですね、現実世界側のクリタムの事情を
So basically, she's telling everyone to play the Crystal Tower quests. If you haven't played them yet, even though they're not required for progression in the game, please play it because you're going to get a lot of background information on what's going on in 5.0. So you have 3 months if you haven't played it yet.
Make sure you go back, check it out. People may remember that Ishikawa was also at our PAX East panel.
PAX East panel in Boston.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and here we have a quest designer. This is Saki Takayanagi.
I think it's the first time I've seen her on stage.
She's yeah. This is her first time.
Seems
She's very
a little
nervous, as you can see.
A little bit.
She's just very nervous.
ちらほら朝日くんのお面をかぶってる人がいらっしゃるので、その方にちょっといろんな挨拶をしていこうと思います。よろしくお願いします。
She's waving at a lot of the people in cosplay.
Yeah.
One of her jobs is basically does all the coordination for all of the NPCs outfits. So like from my lore panel, the MC outfit, that was all her. She did that in like 5 minutes.
She's
I
like,
know
oh,
exactly what you want.
Here you go.
All right, this is our
quick look at the timetable for today. So opening will be ending shortly. Oh, it's already gone. We have a Naoki's room. Later today we have the cosplay contest, which you guys definitely want to see. We're already seeing some people walk around in cosplay, and as usual, it's just amazing to see all the effort that goes into these outfits. And then
and we've got a second stage where Takai-san
is going to
be up there playing Blue Mage for 7 hours straight, trying to get learn as many
spells,
actions as possible. It's actually, when you look at it compared to the center stage, it's small.
Yeah,
but you go over there, it's a huge stage.
It's really big, yeah.
And he'll be there all
That'll
day.
be a very fun show. Takai always has a really fun show. Oh yeah, hey everybody that's watching.
Everybody watching on Twitch.
It's talking directly to you.
So yeah, we were really worried when doing this. About a year and a half ago, we started planning for this fan festival, and we decided we were going to allow in about 15,000 people. We didn't think 15,000 people would show up, but
here we are.
Here we are. So we're very, very happy about this. We're excited. All right, so everyone stay safe. There's a lot of people in this room.
Yes, we are in our booth and we are safe here.
Yes, we're safe.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Tokyo Game Show.
That's where they have Tokyo
size.
Game Show.
Yeah, this is where they have it. I mean, this is what it's like.
Yeah. We're taking up 4 of the halls, 3 of the halls?
3 of the halls.
It's huge.
Yeah. But we have a lot of fun, but it's going to be a lot of standing, walking around, Just be safe.
Make sure you take breaks.
Drink a lot of water.
Hydrated.
Stay hydrated, yes. Take breaks.
We have the
But have a lot of fun.
bot on Twitch. It will help you.
All right, so we're going to officially announce the beginning of our
Fan Festival.
Fan Festival. All right, so the important people get to leave first.
Oh.
CEO and brand manager, and everybody else has to follow. That's how it goes.
I'm so glad. Okay, that's a long. I don't know if you can tell. It's a really long.
It's
long,
like a fashion show.
Yeah, runway.
Runway.
Catwalk. It's scary being up there.
Did you get to walk? You got to go up on it yesterday, right?
I went up there for a very top secret reason.
But you were up there. It's pretty
was
amazing.
Yeah. Good luck singing up there. No pressure.
No pressure. Oh hey, we have our official cosplayers.
Oh. Okay,
Let's
I gotta
take a
go.
look.
I'll see you later.
You're gonna go up there and get a picture.
Could you imagine if I just rush the stage?
I could imagine it.
I have.
Why are you still here?
I don't have my badge on. They would tackle me down.
So yes, these are our official cosplayers.
I think
some
people,
familiar faces.
Yeah, will really recognize a lot of them.
I know I recognize a couple.
A Red Mage was here before too.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. our Rugadin.
Yep.
They'll be at a lot of our sponsor booths.
Yeah, throughout the show.
You can go up. You'll be able to go up and take some pics.
Yeah, I'm going to disappear for a few hours to make the rounds.
Each sponsor booth.
Yeah, it's very important
to check out
for me
to check out the goods,
check out the
right?
sponsors.
The sponsors. But you talked all of those cosplayers up there. They're official cosplayers. They're actually all like 14 players.
Yeah,
and they're all asking Yoshi P for a signature.
Hey, can I get a quick autograph? I think this is the debut of our
Blue Mage?
Yeah.
Up there in the end? It's a little bit better quality maybe than the Las Vegas, the Months of the Sun Blue Mage reveal.
I mean, he was the first, though.
He was the first ever Final Fantasy XIV.
He didn't have lots of knowledge to go into it, but he was the first. That's a really cool cape.
Oh.
今言うことじゃないんですけど、念のためお伝えしますと、明日の開発者、おっさんしかいません。おっさんしかいません、明日は。まあでも高柳さんもいない。頑張っていきましょう。さて会場の方はですね、これから皆さんアクティビティの方ご利用いただけるんですが、
Everybody walking by, waving at Koji.
これ全員いっぺんに移動すると大惨事が起こります。
Okay, so right now, I mean, they're just talking about, you know, things to be careful about. There's a lot of booths out here, but there's a lot of people, so they're just telling everybody to be safe. Don't rush to the computers.
If you don't beat Yojimbo, it's okay.
It's not okay.
It's okay.
It's not okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
All right. So, yeah. How was it?
It was. Oh, is it our turn now?
Yes, it's our turn now.
Okay. Let's see if we can get them to switch the camera over to us, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's. The biggest thing for me, and I'm super happy to be up here when we're doing the keynote. But I wish I was just live tweeting all my reactions to along with the players, because that's like my favorite part of us revealing things.
We did kind of get that chance though when we were watching the trailer. We got out of our seats, we were standing up.
I told Koji, I was like, look, we have like 6 minutes to watch and enjoy this trailer before we have to get to work. So let's just enjoy. It's so awesome because it's just so fun. Just all the excitement that you see on like social media and Twitter and Reddit, and I'm sure.
And I mean, you get the energy from the room as well. I mean, you got 15,000 people who have not seen it before. I mean, we got to see it yesterday during our rehearsal, so we knew it was coming.
Everything stopped during rehearsal. Everybody's like,
but today, like, you have 15,000 people who haven't seen that video, and to be there and experience it with everybody for the first time, all those reveals, you know, when the dancer was there and does her, and everybody's just like, whoa!
Once they saw the dancer, I knew they were gonna be happy. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to check Twitter, like when they would show like walkthrough videos.
You grabbed your phone.
I was trying to read tweets just so I could get them before we came back on. But that's like my favorite thing to do, and it's been awesome.
But what was your I guess the biggest surprise? What was your favorite announcement from?
Honestly, I think the trailer. The trailer itself, just the hearing the theme song.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Like I'm sure people. I think we're uploading it. It may already be live, but we're going to be uploading
the full trailer in all the languages. Yeah. So we saw the English version on the trailer, but we have the French, the German, and the Japanese versions.
I think people are going to be listening very intently to the lyrics. And,
no chicken tenders in this one. I can guarantee you.
In this one.
In this one.
In this one. Next one, there'll be chicken tenders.
Possibly.
They took it out of the theme song. Yeah. But no, I mean, just seeing the final trailer come together after all like the bits and pieces that we saw from Vegas and Paris.
And it's not like we just had a trailer and you added something
Right,
at
like,
the end.
10 seconds
like,
more, 10 seconds more. It was like so interwoven, and like there were hints there before, and now it's just like it's all laid bare.
You know, I mean, there are hints. Yeah, exactly, the hints. So,
and there's still
who's talking? Who
yeah,
is that? Oh, it's
but the cool thing is there's still hints though.
Right.
And now for the next few months, Koji waving at his fans. It's okay, you can wave.
There's some people
Fine.
from Loke. The German
that
German translator is here.
That's your fan? It's the person walking by. Hey, co-workers. Hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you since yesterday. But I mean, the next few months is just going to be filled with people just like, oh, check out this frame from the trailer. Check out this.